Today, in the Cinematic Nation Show podcast, Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali are joining the cast for the new Jurassic World movie. Also, Mike Flanagan is the next candidate to direct the next Exorcist movie. Plus, Bad Boys 4 just demolished the box office this past weekend. And Avengers5 could have more than 60 returning characters. We're going to talk about that and a whole lot more in the Cinematic Nation Show podcast that starts right now. Welcome back and thank you for joining me in another episode of the Cinematic Nation Show podcast. I am your host, George Lopez, and it's awesome to have you, your family, and your friends gather around to talk about our favorite things, movies, movie news, and streaming. And with that, we go to our first topic of the day, and that is that Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali are joining the new movie or the next entry for the Jurassic World universe. So for me, this is exciting because they're not saying that they're moving away from Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard. They're saying that Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali are joining this movie. Whether they're gonna have Chris Pratt back or not, that's unknown as of yet. But I find it, in some part, kind of hard to move away from Chris Pratt. But at the same time, I understand if they do, because I think Chris Pratt's character already play out in the story that they put out for him. So for me, it's exciting to have Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali as the lead actors, and excited to see what they're gonna do moving forward with this franchise, and if the movie obviously is gonna be a success or not. But I highly doubted that it's not gonna be a success, because these Jurassic movies overall has been pretty good. This last trilogy that we had were a great success in the box office. So I don't doubt that this new entry, this new trilogy, if that's the way they're gonna go, are gonna be a successful trilogy as well. As for Scarlett Johansson, man, I love Scarlett Johansson. I think she's a great actress. She's coming, obviously, from her characters, or her character from the MCU Black Widow, and Mahershala Ali, Academy Award winner. What else can you say about this guy? This guy is awesome. So you have Mahershala Ali, you have Scarlett Johansson. I want to see this cast grow more, with obviously A-list, B-list actors, and see what they're gonna do with this franchise. Anyways, questions for you guys. Are you excited with these two castings of Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali? And do you think Chris Pratt is coming back for the next movie? Go down on the comment section below and let me know what you think. And with that down, we go to our second topic of the day, and that is that Mike Flanagan is set, or has been hired, to direct the next Exorcist movie. And for me, it's an exciting news because I saw the last one. It was Exorcist Believer, 2023, and I didn't like the movie. From the get-go, when I saw the trailers, when I saw that it was two people that were possessed, immediately threw me off. And I said threw me off because this franchise haven't been able to put out a movie since the first one, or maybe the second one, but since the first one that really captured that horror magic of the movie. So I would have liked first for them to start with what, just one person possessed, and not right off the bat throwing out two people possessed. This one was directed by David Gordon Green, and the reason I'm excited for the movie, for this next entry of the Exorcist franchise, is because of Mike Flanagan. Mike Flanagan has been doing stuff lately for Netflix, and the stuff that he has put out, like the Haunting of Hill House, has been very good. The Fall of the House of Usher as well, Midnight Mass, and so on. Movies like Doctor Sleep, and a guy like this, having watched his storytelling and the way he directs and presents the story, for me, it's a plus to have him on board in the Exorcist franchise. So I have no doubt whatsoever that this guy is gonna do a great job. And also I want them to not get back to the beginning of the story or using old characters. By the way, in an article, they said they were going to try to put out a new story within this universe. So that excites me, because they're not forced to tie the story to the old one, and that is one of the things that I like about this hiring of Mike Flanagan. So again, the next Exorcist movie is going to be directed by him, possibly written or involved in that script. So that's a plus as well. The guy is pretty good. So anyways, questions for you guys: are you still interested in the Exorcist franchise? And do you think that Mike Flanagan is gonna do a good job with this next movie? Jump down in the comment section below and let me know what you think. And with that down, we go to our third topic of the day, and that is that Bad Boys 4 just annihilate the box office this past weekend. And I say annihilated because the movie was expected to make first they said 50 in the 58 millions opening weekend. Then they lowered the expectations and they went to I think it was about 42, 44 million. Well, the movie just made 56 million domestically, and it made 105 million worldwide opening weekend. A movie that had a budget of $100 million just opened with 105, and possibly is gonna do maybe not this good in this next weekend, but is still gonna do money, and that's good news for the franchise and for Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. I'm actually stunned with the opening of this movie, opening with $105 million worldwide. The movie, just because I went to see the movie and the movie is not good. It has its moments here and there. Some of the comedy, Martin Lawrence, the action. For me, the best thing of the movie was Armando, that is Mike Lowry's son in the movie. Some of the action sequences were okay, but for an action movie, a Bad Boys action movie, I needed more action. For me, it lacks action. After the second part, I didn't like Bad Boys for Life, so let it be known. But Bad Boys 2 was very good, very entertaining. For me, it's one of the top 5 action movies of all time, just because all of the action that movie offers. And watching Bad Boys Ride or Die, it didn't do it for me. The jokes, for the most part, coming from Martin Lawrence, were good, but from the other characters were off. And like I said, for me, it lacks action. And something happens during the movie, something spiritual, that changed the dynamic of the movie, I will say. And I wasn't rolling with that. So for me, they should stop here. Not do any more Bad Boys movies. I gotta say one other thing, and it's that Will Smith, I'm sad to say this because I'm a big Will Smith fan, but he doesn't have it anymore as Mike Lowry. I'm sorry, but he doesn't have that aura anymore. That swagger that he showed in previous films, especially 1 and 2. He doesn't have it anymore as Mike Lowry. So I would prefer to, leave this franchise where it is and close with this chapter of Bad Boys Ride or Die. But anyways, the questions are for you guys. Are you excited with this new entry, Bad Boys Ride or Die? Jump down in the comment section below and let me know what you think. And with that down, we go to our last topic of the day, and that is that Avengers 5 could have more than 60 returning characters for that entry. 60. We're not talking about 16. No, we're talking about 60 returning characters for this new film. I'm actually not surprised, because a movie like this, first of all, is gonna cost a lot of money. Probably the most money spent in production of a movie. This is Endgame level, putting 60 characters in a single film. So it's not impossible. It's doable. But the thing is, you're gonna put in, or you're gonna try to put in 60 plus characters in a movie, which, by the way, is gonna be the MCU's biggest project to date. And the problem is not putting in 60 characters. You can put 80. You can put 100. The thing is, the script, how you're gonna spread out that script through 60 characters. So that is the main question. And I don't know, how are you gonna get people's attention to watch this film, unless you announce that you're gonna have Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans in some capacity in the film, setting up their return at some kind of way. But it's interesting that they're coming out saying that this film could have 60 plus characters. Obviously, we're gonna have the main. I'm thinking we're gonna have the main players like Spider-Man, Thor. Who knows? For sure, we're gonna have Captain America, because we have a new Captain America. So that's a given as of now. But it would be interesting if they gonna try to bring Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans back. So that is the interesting part of the story of the news. Also, in a separate report, they are saying that Sean Levy, the director of Deadpool and Wolverine, is the front runner to direct this Avengers 5 movie. Deadline reports, and it's interesting because he just finished directing Deadpool and Wolverine. So for Marvel to come out and announce that they're eyeing Sean Levy to direct that Avengers 5 movie, that says a lot. So we can at least assume that he has done a great job directing the Deadpool and Wolverine movie coming out July 26th. So if they're already eyeing, they have their sights on Sean Levy, we can assume that this guy did a great job. They like what they saw with this movie, and hopefully we get him, because he's a very good director. So I'm not opposed to this hiring. So hopefully we get a good Deadpool and Wolverine movie, and yeah, we will go from there. The questions are for you guys. Are you excited, first of all, with another Avengers movie without Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans? And are you excited with Marvel saying that they're looking at Sean Levy to direct this movie? Jump down in the comment section below and let me know what you think. And among other movie news, I want to suggest some films that dropped last week on Netflix that I think you guys would like to watch it and give it a try. So at number one, I have Hitman, starring Glenn Powell, and the synopsis reads as follows. Professional killer Gary Johnson breaks protocol to help a desperate woman trying to flee an abusive husband and finds himself falling for her. So this movie, I like the movie because it's a comedy. It has a little to none action, but let me put it this way. That night, I went to AMC, to the theaters, to watch a double feature, and I was so excited because I thought that the Watchers, the horror movie, was at least gonna be good. And it wasn't good. Then I went on to watch Bad Boys Ride or Die. It didn't do it for me either. So I arrived home midnight, turn on the TV, put in the Netflix app, and I said, "Oh, finally, Hitman dropped today, so let's give it a try." So Hitman, starring Glenn Powell and Adria Arjona, but it win me over the two movies that I just went to watch in the theaters. So, the two movies in the theaters didn't do it for me. This movie did do it for me. It was actually funny. It was good. The story was interesting because it was an original story, and the movie was better than the two that I just saw in the theater. Plus, I was home. I was comfortable watching the movie and enjoying it. So you never know. You never know how it's gonna go. And having said that, I'm gonna give you my second suggestion to watch, if you haven't done so, is Under Paris. Is horror action, and the movie is in French, but you can watch it with the subtitles in English, and it was a good movie. I mean, obviously it's not gonna be an Oscar-winning movie, motion picture, but it wasn't interesting enough, among all the silliness that involve a movie like this. Like it's about sharks. So let me give you the synopsis for this movie, and it reads as follows. To save Paris from a bloodbath, a grieving scientist is forced to face her tragic past when a giant shark appears in the Seine. So, we don't have like recognized actors that you can say, "Hey, I'm familiar with this actor," but just for the sake of the discussion, he's starring Nassim Lyles and Berenice Bejo. So there you go. I highly recommend these two films above the two that I saw in the theater, The Watchers and Bad Boys 4. So please let me know what you think about these two films streaming on Netflix, and I'll see you guys on the next one.